riveting, compassionate, compelling. This is urban journalism at its best. With your host and commentator, the Black Rooster. All facts, and you make your own conclusion. Sit back, relax, get your drinks, get your blunts. We're gonna talk about it. This is urban journalism at its best. All facts, you make your own conclusion. Remember, this is not the news.
Greetings, my friends, and welcome to another edition of This Is Not the News. Let's jump right in. London, England. Abby Bella looked to the skies for a new soulmate. She said she fell for an alien after he swept her up in his UFO. Just tell you what they said. She said that she had posted on social media jokingly, she was saying that she would like to get abducted by an alien because she was tired of men. She was tired of earthly men. She said all men do is lie and cheat, and she wanted to find maybe another source of love elsewhere, and she didn't want it anywhere on earth. But she was just joking. So she said she went to sleep, and in her dream, she started having dreams about seeing a white light. And after the third night of having dreams about the white light, a voice came to her and said, "Tomorrow night, meet me at the usual spot." Now, she said she had never heard this voice before, but it seemed familiar to her, and she felt like she knew the person that was talking. She knew the voice. So the next night, around bedtime, she opened her window and packed a bag and waited by the window, and she heard the sounds of a roaring sound, and she said that it was the UFO hovering over her house or an apartment or whatever. And then she had a green light swoop down, and it transported her onto the UFO. And she said that she had a chance to meet the aliens, and she was like 5 or 6 of them on the UFO. One in particular she fell for, and she really liked him. But she wasn't sure that she wanted to no longer be on Earth. And he told her, if you came with me to wherever we're going, if it's Mars or Venus or Pluto or Saturn, wherever they were from, if you go with me, you can't come back. You won't be able to come back. You stuck with me if you take this trip with me, because aliens dating Earthlings is taboo anyway. But he told her he had permission to date her and bring her back, but she had to come, and she would not be able to come back. I don't know about this one. Now I know they said that it's been nearly 7,200 sightings of UFOs and alien type encounters that's happened within the United States throughout the pandemic since 2020. If you ask me, I think it's because people got time and they smoking that medical grade and that recreational grade dispensaries, and they just kind of zooted. And I mean, I don't buy that shit at all, man. But okay, each his own. Blues man, what you got to say? You must be mighty crazy, smoking on some good. You must be mighty crazy, smoking on some real good. You got to be smoking some good shit to make you want some alien. You got to be mighty crazy, smoking on some real good. You must be mighty crazy, smoking on some real good. Baby, that's crazy. In Colorado, a hiker went on an excursion of Mount Elbert and was missing for 24 hours. And when they sent the search team to find him, they started to call. And the hiker didn't answer the phone because he thought it was a spam or a telemarketer. But you lost now. You're in the mountain and you're lost and you see the phone. The phone is ringing. You've been lost for 24 hours almost. And you say, oh, I'm not finna answer this phone. It's spam. Who's calling me? They searched for him until 3 a.m. in the morning. Then they called the search party. They called the search off. And then they tried to call multiple times around 7 a.m. They started just blowing the phone up and calling. And the person was obviously ignoring the call because he thought it was spam or telemarketers. If I'm missing, if I'm lost, if I'm in a mountain or in the woods, I want to take any call they call, even if it's the telemarketer. I want to talk to them too. Hey, can you get somebody to see where the hell I am? Can you GPS my number? Do something. I'm not going to ignore your call because I'm lost in the mountain. I don't understand. Blues man. If you need me, you can call me. I'm only a call away. But if I'm on a hike, I'm gonna answer no way. Don't care. I wanna stay out in the woods. Get lost in the mountain. And answer nobody for no deny. When you try to call, I didn't answer my phone. I thought you was telemarketers scamming on my phone. I did not answer my phone. Well, who cares about being lost? I'm not gonna answer at all. Why wouldn't you answer the phone? Hey you! Ultra-Orthodox Jewish men were seen at the airport wearing blindfolds to avoid seeing immodest women. They said that they wasn't comfortable looking at women in the way they dress with the legs out or their back out or their arms out. And so they wore blindfolds throughout the airport so they wouldn't have to see them. That's funny. This struggle is not uncommon to the Jewish community. In 2013, a man completely covered himself with plastic during a flight to avoid being exposed to the dead if they were to fly over a cemetery. Excuse me, what? Some have even, surrounded themselves with, covered themselves with plastic bags as a barrier between individuals and surrounding impurity. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't knock nobody's religion, but that's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, man. Blues man! Ain't nothing more prettier than a woman. A woman just as fine as she could be. Nothing prettier than a woman. A woman's just as fine as she can be. Well, you want to cover your eyes when you see one. That's mighty disturbing to me. Nothing prettier than a woman. A woman's beautiful as she can be. Sexy when she wears them high heels. Lord, it's such a sight to see. But you wanna cover your eyes. That's mighty disturbing to me. In this segment of Unsung Blues Heroes, we reflect on Mr. Luther Allison. Luther Allison was born in Widener, Arkansas, August 18, 1939. He passed away in Madison, Wisconsin, where he owned a summer home, August 12, 1997. He passed from lung cancer and brain tumors. He's fathered one son, that bad joker Bernard Allison, one of the baddest dudes I've ever seen with a guitar, man. Is his son, and I've had a chance to see some video footage of Bernard and Luther actually playing together, and that was just so amazing, man. Just so amazing to see father and son team, blues slangers, man. The guitar slangers, man. That was awesome. Luther Addison, as a band member, he played with Howlin' Wolf's band, Freddie King's band. He used to take over Freddie King's band and front Freddie King when Freddie King toured international. When he toured nationally, Luther Addison would front the band and kind of take over the work. James Cotton, as well as Otis Rush, and quite a few others that Luther Allison had a chance to work with before being in his own right a blues icon. Some of his songs was Cherry Red Wine, Middle of the Road, Bad Love. That's my song, Bad Love. And then he had a Live in Paris album with he had a bunch of records recorded with a lot of different record labels. He actually even lived in Paris for a good while. And he was a huge phenomenon in Europe, superstar. He didn't have such mainstream success in the United States as a B.B. King or maybe an Albert King, but he was one dynamic player. He was an awesome man, awesome showman, and from what I understand, he was a complete gentleman. Today we salute Mr. Luther Allison, an unsung blues hero. Thank you, sir. Don't go nowhere. Whenever you hear about us, tune in, because this will be the most far-fetched and bizarre stories that in this country that you never hear about anywhere else. You can't make this shit up. This is not the news.
My name is Stevie J Blues. I've been a professional musician since the age of 19. I've traveled all over the world, met a lot of cool people, made some really great friends. This is my show where we talk to my friends, some artists, some producers, some singers, some entrepreneurs, some stylists, pastors, politicians, whatever. Let's chat, y'all.
My name is Latasha Covington, also well known as That Zydeco Girl. While during quarantine, I started the Bayou interviews to give musicians a platform to speak their truth with integrity, love, and respect. We have many musicians coming from many different backgrounds, different genres: blues, Zydeco, Cajun, New Orleans funk, rock, soul, brass, jazz, country. All the music that makes everything beautiful and that we love about it today. I'm here to give you their raw perception for them to speak their truth.
Don't you mess with my tutu. Don't you mess with my tutu. You can have the other woman. Don't you mess with my tutu. She was born in a bird suit. I can slap her from behind. You're gonna be something special, my sweet little tutu. You can look as much, reach as much as touch. You're gonna have this ever case. I'm gonna smack your face. Don't you mess with my tutu. Mess with my tutu. You can have the other woman. Don't you mess with my tutu. Fade by side. Hey, Tasha. Don't you mess with my tutu. Don't you mess with my tutu. You can have the other woman. Don't you mess with my tutu. Don't you mess with my tutu. Don't you mess with my tutu. You can have the other woman. Don't you mess with my tutu. Don't you mess with my tutu. Don't you mess with my tutu. You can have the other woman. Don't you mess with my tutu. Don't you mess with my tutu. Don't you mess with my tutu. You can have the other woman, don't you mess with my tutu.
Alright guys, welcome to That Zydeco Girl's Bayou Interviews. I am your host, That Zydeco Girl, and sitting with me is Shelton Saunier. This man is a phenomenal guitar player, accordion player. I mean, he's just good at everything of both worlds. So, Shelton, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good.
You look great.
Yeah, thank you.
You
Glad
look
to be
great.
here.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anytime. So, let's get into the spiel of music and how it's impacting your life. With COVID going on, with the world, and just an absolute continuous changes. How is a musician like yourself being able to stay afloat and keep the history of the music going, keep yourself going, keep yourself motivated and focused in the midst of absolute chaos?
Well, right now everything is at a standstill, as we all know it. So no one's really working and working with other people or anything. So that's the hardest thing right now. Is not being able to work with anybody else, play music with anybody else, and even see them.
Absolutely.
For now,
absolutely.
Everything is a health risk. Myself, I have respiratory stuff going on with me. I had surgery last year with my sinus, so I'm having other issues, and I'm afraid of, be getting anything myself. So I'm really being cautious of
Indeed.
where I go and what I, who I associate with, because if I get sick and if I lose any lung capacity at all, I will not be able to sing.
Absolutely.
At all.
Absolutely. Indeed.
And that's something I worry about.
Absolutely. I recall actually coming across a video of you a couple months ago before the French Quarter shut down, before everyone was just put on halt with the gigs and the shows and things like that. And you were actually a part of a documentary from Frenchmen to the French Quarter to Bourbon Street, and it's like you were one of the last guys playing at the Bourbon Heat, which is where Shelton would play regularly. But you were the last one being recorded up there, and it's really made a huge dent, a huge impact, because we are a huge tourist-based revenue city.
Yes.
And it's just, you really get to see the changes in the people, the locals,
The problem right now with the music industry and COVID-19 is whenever things start to pick up, the music industry is going to be the last thing to start back up, because how can you play for crowds if you can't have a crowd? And it's limited capacity. But the problem with any kind of nightclub or any business, if you only at 25 to 50% capacity, that's all you're going to make as far as revenue. So that makes it even harder for a musician like myself. But when I play for a salary. It's a base salary, but a large amount of my income comes from tips.
Absolutely.
And CD sales, and that's cash.
Indeed.
And if nobody's coming down here, and that revenue is going to be lost.
Absolutely.
So we have to see. I mean, because when you do festivals, you do in private parties, you do in conventions. That's crowds.
Right.
So I don't know how to. I'm thinking that it's going to be at least another year before the industry that I'm a part of will be back where I can make the money that I'm close to, used to be making, I guess you could say. I don't know, we'll have to see. But now what I'm seeing is a lot of the musicians are streaming.
We are living in time of chaos, turmoil, and panic. There are wars, rumors of wars, epidemics, pandemics, racial injustice, racial division, and the list goes on and on and on and on. We gotta come together, people. We gotta come together like grandmama and granddaddy used to do back in the day. Yo, Chris, what you gotta say?
Don't be scared, we got this covered. Just remember, take care of each other. Take care of each other. Don't be scared, we got this covered. Just remember, take care of each other. Take care of each other. We take care of each other. We take care of each other.
Don't be afraid, it's gonna pass. Trouble don't last, we coming out of the mass. People got problems, they looking for answers. Carcinogens giving us cancers, but we gotta eat. Replace sugar with corn syrup now, making it sweet. We facing defeat, they slowly taking the streets. They giving us entrails, they surely keeping the meat. By any means necessary, no surrender, no retreat.
Don't be scared, we got this covered. Just remember, take care of each other. Don't be scared, this is covered. Love and take care of each other. We take care of each other. This world will try to drive you crazy. Hey now, but only if you let it. It's mixed up, so mixed up, baby. Now, don't you forget it. But it's a new day, and this day we got each other. Oh, we know we're gonna find a way. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it through the trouble. Don't be scared, we got this covered. Just remember, take care of each other. Don't be scared, this is covered.
We take care of each other. Just remember, take care of
brothers and sisters. We need the spirit to lift us. Gotta take care of the drifters. Speak up for those who whisper. All of this power inside me. Frequency higher than 5G. Urban ladder society. One page out the diary. We can't just stand by the roadside while people get told lies. We need the truth. The truth gon' help your soul survive. Go tell your neighbors all the things that I just told you. Go teach the kids all the things that God just showed you. Don't be scared. We got this covered. Just remember, take care of each other.
Don't be scared, we got this covered.
Got this.
Take care of each other. Don't be scared, this is covered.
Remember that.
Love, take care of each other. We take care of each other. Take care of each other.
Don't be scared, we got this covered. Don't be scared, we got this covered.
Don't be scared, we got this covered.
We got this.
Just remember, take care of each other. Don't be scared, this is covered. Love, take care of each other.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this episode of This Is Not the News. Join us next time when we do it all over again. Some conversation, some bizarre stories, and some great music, y'all. Tune in to us next time. We'll see you.
Standing in the middle of the road, I didn't say goodbye, no. Left a whole lot of bills behind me. The creditors gonna cry. Standing in the middle of the road, somebody gotta wake me up here. Oh, standing in the middle of the road, my feet are cold. My shoulders are so long. I got a heavy load. Standing in the middle of the road. Somebody gotta wake me up.